Welcome to Yoga Marketer, the podcast for yoga teachers everywhere. Now you're a part of a small group of yoga teachers trying to change the world by sharing your passion for yoga. We do this by learning how to market your yoga business, but because this important topic was left out of your yoga teacher training, we have to learn it, live it, and share it. In this podcast, we will give you a glimpse of how to market your yoga business. Welcome back to Yoga Marketer. This is Rafael Arce, and today we're going to be talking about why most yoga businesses fail. It all comes down to the lack of income. Most yoga studios start off really strong, and then as time goes by, the marketing weakens, and then the dollars stop coming in, and you really can't pay the bills with Zen. You just can't. You can try to manifest that 100 new people are going to come in and sign up for yoga, and it's just not going to work, because if it's not backed by massive action, it's just not going to work. Most yoga businesses fail over time because when someone or a business stops generating money, then slowly over time, it'll just start compounding where the bills will start piling up, and the ability to expand or grow your yoga business will come to a halt. And it all comes down from the lack of generating new money. And the more new students that you have in, the more you're going to build up momentum into your business. So the one thing that I would highly recommend is to never stop promoting your yoga business, because you constantly need new enrollments, whether you're online or offline. You're constantly needing them to try out yoga, to start a free offer, or even give them an offer for 2 weeks, or give them a month to try out yoga. And then through that, you'll be able to consistently bring in new students into your yoga studio, or into your online training, your yoga teacher trainings. You constantly need to be promoting. And by promoting, I mean marketing, sharing your passion of your yoga business. The number one reason you'll fail is the day you stop marketing your yoga business is the day that the dollars will keep coming in. You can't pay the bills with Zen. So how do we get past this? Well, by constantly marketing your yoga business, you'll solve the issue of the lack of income. When it comes down to business, it's the lifeblood of what keeps the doors open. And I know that there's a lot of confusion with yoga and money, and should you charge or should you not charge. At the end of the day, you still have to eat, you still have to pay the lease on the building, you still have to pay for software, you may have employees, and it all takes money. And through that, you have to consistently grow the business, even to donate or give back to the community or a special cause. It takes money for all of this to happen. In order for yoga business to thrive, it needs to constantly be promoting their business. It also needs to constantly be testing. Some of the things that you'll put out will fail, and that's going to be okay. If you're putting out a workshop and no one signs up, you may need to cancel it. But you've tested it, and you know that no one in your community responded to something new that you wanted to try within yoga. Maybe the workshop wasn't promoted correctly. Maybe you didn't give it enough time. Maybe the workshop needs to stay. You just promoted it in an off season. Summer usually is slow for some yoga studios because of the foot traffic slows down, and then it picks up again in the winter, but then it can flip-flop based on where you live. So knowing all of this information is very helpful when it comes to promoting your yoga business, because you may want to slow down the amount of promotion that you're doing based on how busy you are. You want to gauge it, because you want to make sure that your marketing dollars are being spent exactly where your tribe is going to be. Maybe your tribe is away for the summer, and then you want to be focusing on different channels. But the number one thing you can do in order for your yoga business to not fail is to constantly be marketing it. Day in and day out, or have a system where it's constantly marketing it for you. There's a lot of advertising or things you can do, such as this podcast, that you can constantly have out in the internet, out in the open, for someone to see your yoga business, or for have a system, for a referral system to constantly bring in new students and try out yoga, because some will come in, fall out of their practice, not come to yoga for 6 months, and then you may see them again. But you can't wait for 6 months until someone decides to come back into the practice or sign up for your online reoccurring training that you have. The number one thing that you can do is constantly be marketing your yoga business. And this will prevent you from failing, from being on the next blog saying, I used to own a yoga business, or we're closing our yoga business down because, see, when something happens to you, as far as an unexpected expense, the only thing you can do is just ramp up the marketing. As soon as the dollars stop coming in, the number one thing a business usually does is that they cut down on their marketing. And that's the opposite. And if anything, they should be ramping up the marketing, because that's the only thing that's going to get out of where they are. So if there's anything that you got from this episode, the one thing that I encourage you is to never stop marketing. Even if your business completely slows down, that means you need to double down on your marketing, because that is the only thing that'll keep moving it forward, is by doubling down on your marketing no matter what. If you ever found yourself in a position where your business slowed down, you'll remember this: I'll have to double down on my marketing, because I know that I need to double the exposure to the amount of people that I need to share my passion with, so they can see that through me, how passionate I am about yoga, and then they can invest in me and my business as well. So hopefully that helped you out, and